From the News Channel 5 Network, this is Real Estate Real Talk with your host, Realtor Christie Wilson. Sponsored by the Wilson Group Real Estate Services.
Good morning. Welcome to Real Estate Real Talk, Nashville's only live call-in real estate show, where we invite you, our guests, or y'all aren't our guests, but you sort of are, our audience, to call in with any question you have regarding real estate. So pick up the phone this morning, give us a call at 737-7587. My name is Christie Wilson. I am one of the hosts of Real Estate Real Talk. My other host is Yogi Dougher, and we are right at the beginning of season 3 of Real Estate Real Talk, and we're thrilled to be here. Also, just to let you know, Real Estate Real Talk is sponsored by the Wilson Group Real Estate Services. So we encourage you to go to our website, wilsongrouprealestateservices.com, and check out what we have for sale, our agents, and also our property management division. If you have investment property that you're thinking about having someone manage for you, we can assist you with that, as well as all of your buying and selling needs. Also, like us on Facebook. Go to Wilson Group Real Estate on our Facebook and like us and see what's going on. Follow us on Twitter. We've got all kinds of good stuff going on. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Yogi Dougher, and our special guest, Kimberly Cunliffe. Yogi, good morning.
Good morning, Christy. You've got a cool new website on your thing, too, don't you?
We do. We
Yeah,
just launched
that's
that
very
about
nice.
2 months ago, and it has been fantastic. We're really happy. We've gotten a lot of good, positive feedback on that.
Nice to be here this morning.
Nice to have you.
Who are you?
My name's Kim Cunliffe, and I work at the Wilson Group. I'm one of the agents there, and for about 8 years now.
Yep.
Had a
Yep.
great, having a great time at it.
And not only is Kim a great agent, Kim is a new mom. She just had a baby
All right.
2
Thanks.
months ago.
Yes.
Oh my God, you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're not
you.
supposed to look
Yeah.
like that. That's what I hear.
Angelina Jolie has nothing on you.
Oh, I wish. Except for the millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, you know, let her try real estate.
That's right.
Exactly.
We have lots of great information to talk about today. Our topic today is going to be on home buying, especially first-time home buying, and how tough it is out there right now with the inventory shortage and the ins and outs about buying a home. Kimberly is one of our top agents in working with first-time home buyers, and I laugh, she's been with us now for 8 years, and I remember when she started, and it seems like you still just started, but you are a very seasoned, well-respected agent in
thank you.
in the industry. And we're also talking about home staging. It's so important, no matter if the market is hot or not, to have your home in super great selling condition, and what you might need to do to consider staging it so you maximize your profits on your home. But before we get started, we're going to talk about some news you can use. We do this each week. First and foremost, interest rates. For those buyers who are out there looking, interest rates right now on a 30-year are running at 4.25% on a 30-year fixed and 3.75 on a 15-year fixed. So still really low interest rates.
Really great.
Yeah, I saw something in the paper yesterday that they're talking about them rising, but my understanding is that
You can go
there's
back 5 years and look for that same article,
That's
and it's still
right.
there.
It's still there.
And here we are.
They just keep saying that, you know, they keep staying put. I'm happy with that.
Wasn't it, though, in 1992, they broke below 10% for the first time in 12 years?
Yeah.
So.
It started the real estate boom. The
Yeah.
hot market started when that broke through that barrier.
That is true. I remember the very first house I sold in 1994. The people got a loan for their interest rate was 9.75, and they thought they had hit pay dirt. They're like, "Oh my God, we are below 10%."
Yep.
And then the next one I did about several months later was 8.75, and it just kept trickling down from there. So
I went with an adjustable rate, 3-year. I think it was still around 8 or 9% at my first house. Brand new adjustable rate, new concept. Thank God it was there.
that's so true, and it's interesting. And we're going off topic here completely, but it's important to.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. Exactly. We're nimble.
What were we
Real
talking
estate, real
about?
talk. Is how loan programs evolve. Each year, every 2 years, there's some kind of new program that will help first-time home buyers or right the ship, like when everything got catawampus in 2007, how the loan programs changed and
Yeah, got a
righted the ship.
tax credit in those years, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. First-time home buyers have the tax credit.
That's a pretty good deal for those guys.
It was. So great time to buy a home right now with those low interest rates, and we anticipate those staying low through the end of the year. Yogi, one of the last shows we did, we were talking about all the growth in Nashville, and I saw yesterday that Charlotte Pike is getting a new apartment building.
You know, we've been talking, every show that I've been on, we've been talking about Charlotte Pike as one of the two main roads that you're going to see the most change in over the next, 5 to 10 years. It certainly won't stop at 5. And sure enough, now we're starting to see it hit the headlines. We know that H.G. Hill's been buying property and that they've got plans in the future, and that large parcels are being taken down. One city coming in over, we've got acres and acres of buildable space over on Charlotte for office buildings and such right behind HCA. But now the apartment that just, to me, I didn't know that one was coming down the line. And so that's pretty exciting. Right there at 28th, so at the connector.
28th, at the connector. It's 260 new apartments with 360 some odd parking places, according to the article in the Business Journal yesterday. So a lot of
800 units then, 360 parking spaces, 800 units.
Or
I'm
260.
I'm making fun of the lack of parking everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully it will be better over there. And I have several clients who own parcels up and down that road and have similar plan, not that big, but have some plans for that area. So it's, I think we're going to see it start to drop in the headlines here one after another. And it's a great, well-kept secret, I think, the Charlotte Pike corridor. Those of us who travel it all the time don't want that secret to get out too much. But
I'm so excited for the growth, but I'm so bummed for my own personal zip to downtown in 7 minutes. It's just, what do you do? Anyways, we just continue to see more and more cranes across the skies in Nashville. It's just a tremendous boom town.
Good place to invest.
Yes, it is.
All the big boys and girls are coming to town and bringing their wallets with them.
That's
so
right.
We'll see more of it.
So Kim Cunliffe, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I've been at the Wilson Group for 8 years now. I got into real estate in 2006 during the last big boom we had, and I've been just under Christie's guidance, rocking it and loving my job and loving what I do, helping buyers and sellers and investors in residential property. And other than that, 3 months ago I had a little girl. Her name is Ella, and she's the light of my life.
Aww.
And and it's just kind of changed my whole world, obviously. I mean, I guess parenthood kind of does that to you, but real estate has definitely been a good practice. I'm used to wearing so many hats and juggling so many things that it's kind of the same thing with motherhood.
Right, right. So what made you decide to get into real estate?
Oh, let me see.
Sorry, I'm asking you questions I didn't tell you I was going to ask you.
No, that's okay. We can get off to... I was on my way back from visiting my sister in Vegas, and I sat in between two Keller Williams agents, and they were coming back from their convention, and one was a commercial agent and one was a residential agent, and they were just so excited and hopped up from it and enthusiastic. And the residential agent talked all about investing and how he had invested in the Clarksville market. And I don't know, I got the bug, and I got off that plane and I said to my friend who picked me up, I'm going to get my real estate license. And the next day I called CLI, Continual Learning Institute, and signed up for classes, and the rest is history.
You know what? I never knew that story. That's great. That is wonderful.
I interviewed with Keller Williams first, but I luckily ended up at your doorstep.
Well, good. Well, I'm thrilled that you came. I'm thrilled that you
thrilled
came.
to be there.
So, Kim, we were talking earlier today about, I'm going to jump into this. One thing we're going to talk about is first-time home buyers.
Right.
And you were telling me that you bought your first home without an agent when you were very young. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about that experience and how that helped prepare you to be such a great agent with first-time buyers.
Okay, I'd love to share that experience. First of all, I was 25 years old, so I was pretty young. I decided I want to buy a house, I want to be a homeowner. I had worked with a friend who had just gotten her real estate license, got under contract on this one house, and it was falling apart. It was a great house on 12th Avenue, would have been great, but I just couldn't afford it at the time to do all of the electrical and plumbing and roofing work that it needed. So I backed out of that contract, and I felt like she wasn't really representing my interests very well, and a house across the street came for sale by owner. So I called it and I didn't call my friend who had been representing me and thought, oh, I'm going to save money on the commission. And what happened is I ended up pretty much, by not going and having representation, I ended up not having a proper home inspection. I didn't know that I could ask for repairs, so I didn't get any repairs performed. And on top of that, the sellers ended up lying to me about quite a few items. For instance, they told me they were going to take a whole bunch of items that were very difficult for me to remove. Like they had an old dog house and a fence in the very far back corner of the property, and down a hill and everything. They left that there. They left their playset there that they said they were going to take. They pointed to certain things when they were showing me the house, like, oh, look at these windows, they tilt in. Well, it turns out that that window that they were tilting in was actually broken. And so I guess they didn't want me to see it.
Or it wouldn't tilt up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it tilts this way.
Yeah, at least it moves somewhat.
They showed me a shower head in the one bathroom. It was just a small 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, but they said, oh, look at this shower head. And I was actually kind of excited about that shower head. Well, I get into the house, and guess what? The shower head had been replaced with a plastic one. So there were all kinds of things, and it took me, oh gosh, I had to pay about $500 to remove that fence. That it wasn't even a chain link fence; it was like chicken wire with this concrete post and everything. So it was a mess. I learned the hard way that it's very important to have representation, and actually, you don't save any money by not having an agent as a buyer. That fee is already paid for by the seller. So it is not part of the negotiations of the home sale price. Those are things that I didn't know about, and I wish that somebody had educated me at that point.
Yeah, great story, and great segue into us going into a commercial break.
There you
go.
go.
When we come back to Real Estate Real Talk, we'll continue the conversation on first-time home buyers and how Kim can help you finagle this crazy market as well as home staging. So y'all stay tuned.